Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create Microsoft Office 365 contact from HubSpot contact. So the objective of our today's video is that as soon as a new contact is added in a HubSpot account, automatically a contact should be created in my Microsoft Office 365 too. For this, we are going to create a connection between HubSpot and Microsoft Office 365. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So in Pabbly, we have the concept of trigger in action. For trigger, we are going to use HubSpot, and for action, we are using Microsoft Office 365. So if you also wish to learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video, we are going to learn how to create Microsoft 365 contact from HubSpot contact. For this, we have to create a connection between our HubSpot account and our Microsoft 365 account. To create this connection, I have already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as you open the landing page of Pabbly, you are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I am going to click on sign in. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation we are going to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create Microsoft 365 contact from HubSpot contact. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. By this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So over here we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is HubSpot CRM because I want that as soon as a new contact is created in my HubSpot, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for HubSpot CRM and select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select new contact added. And then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your HubSpot CRM account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with HubSpot CRM. And now it is asking me to select my account. So I'm going to choose my account and then click on choose account. And after choosing my account, it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to give it all the permissions. And yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our HubSpot CRM with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the output properties. So over here, it is asking me for the details which we wish to extract from the details of our contact. So I wish to extract the name of my contact. So I'm going to search for name. And over here, you can see the first name and last name. So we are going to select first name and last name. And then we are going to search for email because I want to extract the email too. So I'm going to search for email and then we are going to select the email of our user which is this. And then we are going to search for phone number. So I'm going to search for it. And over here you can see phone number. So I'm going to select it. And yes, these are the properties which I wish to extract. And then we are going to click on save and send test request. But before clicking on this, I'll let you know that HubSpot is a pooling based application and this says this trigger will check for new data every 10 minutes. So as soon as I'm going to click on save and send test request, it will give me the latest contact created in my HubSpot CRM. So over here, I'm going to show you the latest contact I created in my HubSpot CRM. So I'm going to open contacts from my HubSpot. And over here you can see that this is the last contact I created which is dummy user, email dummy@pabblytudes.com and the same phone number. So now we are going back to our workflow and over here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received the response of the same contact, the first name, the last name, the same email and also the same phone number. So this means that my trigger step is successful, but I'll let you know one thing which is this. So over here you can see that this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So if you wish to increase or reduce this time, you can go on this 3 dots and from here you can click on set trigger timer. And over here you can see that you can change the trigger time, which is minimum 10 minutes and maximum 24 hours. So over here you can select the trigger time if you wish to. I'm going to keep it as 10 minutes only, and then we are going to move on forward. After completing our trigger step, we are moving on to our action step. For our action application, we are going to select Microsoft Office 365. So I'm going to search for Microsoft Office 365, and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select create contact. And again, we are going to click on this connect. And as you can see, again, it is asking me for the same. So if you have already connected your Microsoft Office 365 account, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But again, if you haven't, you have to follow me. Click on add a new connection and then connect with Microsoft Office 365. And as you can see that it is asking me for some permissions. So I'm going to click on accept and give it all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. You can also click on accept because Pabbly is safe. And as soon as you are going to click on accept, you can see that you have successfully connected your Microsoft Office 365 account with your Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the display name. So I'm going to map this. Mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step, where we selected HubSpot CRM as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as I'm going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new contact added in my HubSpot CRM. And also my workflow would be ready to run in real time too. So I'm going to open the response, and over here I'm going to search for name. And as you can see, the first name and the last name. So first I'm going to map the first name, put a space and then map the last name. So over here, I wish the display name to be dummy space user. And then we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the nickname. So I'm going to leave this field because this is not a required field. And now it is asking me for the name. So I'm going to map the first name right over here. So again, I'm going to search for name and map the first name. And now it is asking me for the surname. So I'm going to map the last name. I'm going to search for last name and map the last name. Again, we are going to move on forward. We are going to map the email. So I'm going to search for email and map the email. Again, we are going to move on forward. And now it is asking me for the mobile phone number. So I'm going to search for phone right over here and map the phone number. And as you can see that I have mapped all the required details. And now it is asking me for some more details. So I'm going to leave it as blank because these details are not the required details. And again, we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that with the help of our details of our HubSpot CRM contact, a new contact has been created in our Microsoft Office 365 too. So I'm going to open my Microsoft Office 365 and check that if a new contact has been created or not. So over here, you can see that this is my apps dashboard of Microsoft 365. And from here, I'm going to go on people. And over here, you can see all my contacts that I've created. And the same contact I created just now, which is dummy user, the same email and the same phone number. So this means that my workflow is successful, and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For our trigger application, we selected HubSpot CRM, and then for the trigger event, we selected new contact added. And then for the action application, we selected Microsoft Office 365. And then for the action event, we selected create contact because I wanted that as soon as a new contact is created in my HubSpot CRM, automatically a contact should be created in my Microsoft Office 365 too. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here, you can see that this contact was created in my HubSpot CRM, and the same contact we created in our Microsoft 365 also. So if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.